recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
Hello wrestling fans, and welcome to another exciting edition of Gotmark76 this week. We have a huge show lined up for you today. 3 big matches, all for championships or with championship implications. We will start in the National Wrestling Alliance as the NWA World Television Tag Team Title Tournament has begun. We will show you the second first round match as the fabulous Freebirds take on the Samoan SWAT team. The Samoan SWAT team will be led to the ring by their new manager, Paul E. Dangerously. We will then head over to the World Wrestling Federation, where last month, at Saturday night's main event, part of the Major Event May on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel, the Intercontinental Championship has been held up. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat appeared to have won the title from Ted DiBiase. However, Ted DiBiase and his lawyers, and his money, have filed a lawsuit against the World Wrestling Federation for allowing Ricky Steamboat to walk out of that match with the championship. It was determined by President Jack Tunney that a 2 out of 3 falls match would take place to crown a new Intercontinental Champion. That match comes to us from the Philadelphia Spectrum. And we end today's show with another 2 out of 3 falls match, this time for the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. Also part of Major Event May, AWA Super Clash had a steel cage match as Larry Zbyszko defended the AWA World Title against Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry the King Lawler, not one for steel cage matches, had a difficult time climbing the cage, and he has decided to put his career in the AWA on the line as they will fight in a 2 out of 3 falls anything goes match. That's right, anything goes. Chairs, weapons, kendo sticks, tables, ladders, anything goes. If you can find a weapon, you can use it. 2 out of 3 falls, no excuses. If Jerry Lawler wins, he is the AWA World Champion. If he loses, he must leave the AWA. A loaded show again lined up for you today. We will start with the Samoan SWAT team and their new manager Paul E. Dangerously taking on Jimmy Jam Garvin and Michael P.S. Hayes. It's part of the NWA World Television Tag Team Title Tournament. This match has been joined in progress. And Hayes going to work on the head of Samu. Can Hayes get the victory here? No, he's going to work and snaps the neck of Samu. Up and over goes Hayes. So the winner of this contest will face the Rock and Roll Express, who defeated the Sheep Herders last week at Clash of the Champions Miami Mayhem as a tag double team maneuver and elbow drop by Jimmy Jam Garvin. But Samu is able to make the tag, and here comes Fatu. Oh, the spinning forearm takes Jimmy Jam Garvin down to clothesline. And a reversal. Fatu sends Garvin into the ropes, up and down into a Samoan slam. Goes for the cover. Jimmy Garvin's down 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And another forearm takes Jimmy Jam Garvin down. A knee to the chest, and Garvin's in trouble. Garvin has not had any offenses being tagged in from Michael Hayes. And now Fatu working the neck of Jimmy Garvin. As Samu is on the outside recovering. And a savate kick to the midsection. Charging, and a float over DDT. Hayes Hayes tries to make the tag. Garvin makes the tag, and here comes Hayes. Hayes misses with a clothesline. And a float over DDT by Fatu takes Hayes down. And Samu back on the apron as Paulie dangerously cheers in the background. Into the corner goes Hayes. Fatu staying on top, picks up Hayes and drapes him across the turnbuckle for a snake eyes. Throws Hayes again into the turnbuckle, this time chest first. And Fatu with a kick. Ooh, blocked by Hayes. Pushes Fatu off and down. Face first goes Fatu. Hayes making a comeback. Throws Fatu into his corner, but Garvin's still recovering on the outside. Hayes charges with a clothesline and down goes Fatu. Hayes setting up Fatu. Does he have a DDT in store? Kick to the midsection and down goes Fatu. And that could be it. Hayes goes for the cover and that should be it. Referee counts 1, 2, and no, a kick out by Fatu. Hayes now dragging Fatu over to his corner. And Hayes making the tag, the frequent tags for the Freebirds. I'm not so sure they've paid off. Oh, and the reversal, and Garvin goes down head first. And now Fatu going back to work on Jimmy Garvin. Working the leg and down. The Samoan SWAT team, I should say, they are savages as he has a leg lock locked in. A submission maneuver. Is Garvin gonna tap out? Garvin trying to maneuver his body to escape the maneuver. But Fatu lets him out. And Hayes holds Fatu for a cheap shot by Garvin, but Garvin's still down from the submission maneuver. And the referee could have disqualified Hayes. Oh, but Fatu takes Hayes down. Hayes is on the ground. He's on the outside floor. Fatu working over Garvin. Setting him up. What's he have in mind? A savant kick square to the jaw. The Samoan SWAT team is going to advance. Fatu goes for the cover. Referee counts, but Hayes in the ring to break it up. And now, clothesline from behind, all 4 men in the ring. And both members of the Freebirds are down on the mat. As Fatu continues to work over Garvin. Oh, I thought that was it right there, a savant kick. And these Samoan savages, I don't think they would match up well for the Rock and Roll Express. These guys are brute savages. I think the Freebirds, I don't think the Rock and Roll Express would tell you they would prefer one over the other. They are competitors through and through, but the Freebirds and them match up much better. The Samoan SWAT team, they are animals. And a swinging neckbreaker by Garvin finally on the offense here in this contest. And Garvin now setting up Fatu. What's he have in mind? Could it be a brain buster? He has him in position, lifts him up and spikes him down to the mat. Will Garvin get the pinfall? Drags Fatu to the center of the ring. Goes for the cover. Referee's on top. 1, 2, and a breakup by Samu. So both teams hitting their finishing maneuvers and broken up the pinfall by their tag team partners. But Garvin stays on the arm of Fatu. And Garvin now goes over, he's making a tag, and here comes Hayes. And Hayes stomping away now on Fatu. The Freebirds' frequent tags have been the difference in this match, as Hayes stops Fatu from trying to make a tag to his partner Samu. Drops a leg across the throat. And now Hayes going to work with a submission maneuver of his own. Has Fatu locked up. Fatu trying to escape. Can he shift his body to take Hayes down? And when he does just that, and down goes Hayes and the maneuver broken. But Hayes charges with a clothesline. Staying on top of Fatu. Now working the arm of Fatu. And has Fatu in a snake eyes across the top rope. Oh, and Fatu has been busted open. Fatu is bleeding from the forehead as Hayes throws Fatu into his corner. Not sure that's a wise decision as Samu tags himself in. I don't think Hayes did that on purpose, but Hayes beats Samu with a face plant, and now he's busted open. Both members of the Samoan SWAT team are busted open here in this contest. And Hayes now going to work on Samu. And a Russian leg sweep takes Samu down. Goes for the cover, and that could be it. 1, 2, and no, a kick out by Samu. And Fatu was nowhere near to save his partner. That was pure willpower on the part of Samu. As Hayes and Dangerously having words, and there's a conversation I'd like to be part of, a fly on the wall, if you will, between those two men, as Hayes, with a forearm smash, takes down Samu, now working the arm of Samu. And again, snaps the neck, and down goes Samu. The Freebirds in control at this moment, as Fatu is recovering on the outside. Hayes setting up Fatu. What's he have in mind? Another kick. And here comes another DDT. And down goes Samu. Hayes takes him to the center of the ring. Goes for the cover. That has to be in 1, 2, and 3. Wait a second. Heyman, dangerously up on the apron. Distracting the referee when he had a count of 2. The Freebirds had this match won. And I broke kayfabe calling Dangerously Heyman. And now Garvin tagged in, stomping away. And now ramming the back of the head is Jimmy Garvin. And Samu back up. He's not going to take it anymore, but he gets thrown into the turnbuckle. And Garvin charges and meets an elbow of Samu. And Dangerously got it right this time, throws in a chair. And now another submission maneuver by Samu. And now Garvin. Will Garvin submit? Samu really locking it in. The referee in position asks Garvin if he wants to quit. And again, Samu lets him out of it. He's setting up Garvin. Could it be another savant kick? It is, and he nails Garvin square on the draw. Goes for the cover. 1. And the breakup again by Hayes. And now double team, the Samoan SWAT team going to work. Samu up on the top. He leaps, but Garvin gets his knees up. Samu misses a splash. But Samu does not miss. That beautiful maneuver, up and over goes Garvin. An underhook suplex. And now Samu, Garvin exchanging blows in a clothesline. Another clothesline by Samu. Off the ropes, a leaping clothesline as Samu, who's bleeding on the forehead, is going to work on Jimmy Jam Garvin. But a reversal fireman's carry over by Garvin. Samu's down. Can Garvin come back from this? Picks up Samu in another submission maneuver. Has Samu locked up. Can Samu escape? Will he tap out here? And Samu able to reverse it. Takes Garvin up and over. But Garvin has Samu up and nails another brainbuster, and down goes Samu. Garvin goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. And the fabulous Freebirds advance in the NWA World Television Tag Team Title Tournament. A back and forth contest. And these two teams do not like each other. The Freebirds were in a feud with the Samoan SWAT team when the Samoan SWAT team's former manager, a former member of the Freebirds, brought the Samoan SWAT team into the NWA, but now they are under the tutelage of Paul E. Dangerously, and I thought that may have sent them on the fast track to Tag Team Gold, but it's not to be. Fans, we'll be right back after this quick timeout. And welcome back to Gotmark76. This week we are joining this match live from the Philadelphia Spectrum in beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The 2 out of 3 falls Intercontinental title match. This title was held up last month at Saturday Night's main event as Ted DiBiase and more importantly his team of lawyers got together and filed a lawsuit against the World Wrestling Federation stating that he should have been disqualified during interference by his bodyguard Virgil. The referee, using his own discretion, allowed the match to continue and even took a drop kick inadvertently from the Dragon. And DiBiase claims that not only should DiBiase have been disqualified, but when Steamboat touched the referee, he should have been disqualified. Well, the referee used his discretion, and Steamboat ended up pinning and winning the title. However, the following week, President Jack Tunney vacated the Intercontinental title. The noise here in the Spectrum is deafening as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat coming to the ring with the Alan Parsons Project Sirius in the background.
37 pounds, Ricky Steamboat.
And of course we thank the great Howard Finkel for the introductions of this contest. Philadelphia is on its feet. These seats sold out. Tickets sold out for this event, knowing they were going to witness history. And this is the main event for this show. And a great night of wrestling action in the Spectrum tonight, capped off by the crowning of a new Intercontinental Champion. And the Dragon did it before. Can the Dragon do it again? Now, this contest, again, 2 out of 3 falls. Typically, in the World Wrestling Federation, a countout or a disqualification will not earn you a title match, a title victory. However, because it's 2 out of 3 falls, and for the vacant Intercontinental title, a countout or disqualification will count as a pinfall. As DiBiase charges in a beautiful takeover by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So I think the countout and disqualification rule being in effect may change the strategy for these two men. As Steamboat working the arm of DiBiase and lets him out. Collar and elbow tie-up. DiBiase with a headlock on Steamboat. Steamboat trying to shove and does. DiBiase into the ropes. Up and over goes DiBiase and a shoulder block. Stuns both men. Steamboat has DiBiase from up, from down with an atomic drop. And the fans here in Philly show their approval. As Steamboat with a beautiful spinning drop kick takes DiBiase down and an axe handle for good measure. Steamboat rolls over DiBiase, goes for the cover. This is Owen, a count of 1. And now DiBiase greeting Steamboat with a kick to the midsection. Picks him up in a scoop slam. Down goes Steamboat. Again, Andre the Giant and Virgil at ringside. They played a big part of that match back in May at Saturday Night's main event as DiBiase goes for a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at the last second. And I didn't think there was enough damage done, but Steamboat barely kicking out. So maybe that neck maneuver having more of an effect than I thought as DiBiase stays on the neck and slams Steamboat down. And I can't believe a near fall. Now DiBiase choking. He has a count of 5 and breaks up the choke. And now DiBiase picking up Steamboat and throws Steamboat into the turnbuckle. DiBiase charges but is met by an elbow by Steamboat. And an arm drag by DiBiase takes Steamboat up and over. Steamboat with a series of chops throws DiBiase into the ropes. Referee goes down and Steamboat chops DiBiase. And Steamboat has DiBiase pinned and the referee was knocked down. DiBiase's shoulders down to the mat. The referee gets back up. Steamboat has a pinned 1 and a kick out at 1. And man, that's controversial. Crossbody by Steamboat because Steamboat had him pinned and the referee was taken out. inadvertently. Now Steamboat going for a sleeper hold. Has DiBiase locked in. Can DiBiase escape? And he does. DiBiase dropping down, and there's Andre up on the apron, trying to distract Steamboat. And Steamboat again rolls up DiBiase from behind, but the referee distracted by Andre. Steamboat going up top. Oh, and DiBiase nails him and drops him down to the mat. The outside mat, I should say. And now DiBiase and Steamboat fighting on the outside again. A count out will count as a pinfall, and Andre the Giant throws a chair in the ring. This match is just as, if not more, controversial than the last. And now DiBiase throws Steamboat back into the ring, follows suit. And there is a chair in the ring. Keep your eye on that steel chair as DiBiase throws Steamboat over the top. And the referee has again begun a count as Steamboat and DiBiase are battling on the outside. A big right hand by DiBiase, and again, a distraction on the apron. I can't tell if that's Andre or Virgil. It's out of camera shot. But it's allowing DiBiase to drop Steamboat across the wooden stairs. Face first into the wooden stairs goes Steamboat, and DiBiase in control. Picks up Steamboat, scoop slam on the hard floor here in Philadelphia Spectrum. As DiBiase going to work with a series of right hands on the Dragon. Now a punch to the midsection. The referee's counts up to 5. A double count out here will give both men one pinfall. And the referee's counts up to 7. Scoop slam. And DiBiase drops a knee up to 8. 9. And DiBiase back into the ring. And DiBiase has a pinfall. He has a count-out victory over Steamboat, and that counts as a pinfall. So DiBiase just needs one more, and Steamboat going after Andre. The referee's still counting. Steamboat now finally going to work on DiBiase. Gets back into the ring, and the referee discarding that chair, but this may have worked to DiBiase's benefit. Got a count-out victory over Ricky Steamboat. Didn't have to pin him or make him submit. But Steamboat coming back with an elbow drop. And a monkey flip out of the corner thanks to the PS4 skip. And now Steamboat climbing up top. He has DiBiase lined up. What's he have in mind? Could it be an elbow drop? He is lining up DiBiase and nails an elbow from the top. Goes for the cover, and Steamboat will tie this up. Referee counts 1, 2, and no, a kick out by DiBiase. And Steamboat staying on DiBiase with a sleeper hold. Then there's another sleeper hold by Steamboat. He has it locked in really well. Can DiBiase escape this time? He did earlier in the contest. And he does again. DiBiase, a ring general, in the ring, drops down, and the face of Steamboat hits the back of DiBiase's head, and now DiBiase somehow fighting back. Steamboat throws DiBiase into the ropes, and a chop off the ropes takes DiBiase down. And now Virgil up on the apron again. This is the same as last month. And Steamboat, wait, set up. Virgil distracted. Steamboat, and DiBiase nails him with a pile driver. Can DiBiase get the pinfall? He does not go for the pinfall. Steamboat trying to fight back, throws DiBiase up into the ropes, and another chop. But I don't think he caught all of them. I didn't notice Steamboat has been busted open. And maybe Steamboat's vision and his aim was off. He went to go knock DiBiase with an elbow, but now Steamboat setting up DiBiase. Could it be that crossbody? Steamboat leaps and has DiBiase pinned. The referee counts, but again, Virgil up on the top rope. Virgil distracting the referee. The referee, will he eject Virgil? He's giving him a warning. And Steamboat climbs back up to the other turnbuckle. DiBiase gets up and Steamboat leaps again. Another crossbody up the top. The referee counts 1, 2, 3. And this match is tied at 1 pinfall apiece. The winner of the next pinfall count under disqualification will be the new Intercontinental Champion as DiBiase punches Steamboat down to the ground, the floor here in the Spectrum. And this match has just as much, if not more, interference than the last contest as Steamboat chopping DiBiase down. Gets back into the ring, the referee's counting up to 3. Steamboat with a crossbody has DiBiase pinned 1, 2, and the kick out of 2. Oh man. Steamboat had him pinned. Went for a crossbody. Now he's lining up DiBiase. Another elbow drop missed. DiBiase moves out of the way. Steamboat ramming DiBiase headfirst into the top turnbuckle. And DiBiase in control. Steamboat busted open. And that loss of blood may be affecting the vision of Steamboat. As scoop slam by DiBiase takes Steamboat down. DiBiase climbs the second turnbuckle, has him lined up, and there's that elbow drop off the second turnbuckle. Goes for the cover. New champ 1, and a kick out of 1. Steamboat still alive. And now DiBiase setting up Steamboat. Could it be the $1 Million Dream? Steamboat gets back to his feet, goes for the move, but reversal by Steamboat. And a roll up from behind. Goes for the cover. Referee was out of position 1, 2, and 3. No, a kick out by DiBiase. Gets his shoulder up at the last second. And now they're exchanging blows. And a spinning drop kick again by and Andre again up on the apron. Distracting Steamboat. And there it is. DiBiase has a $1 Million Dream locked in. And taken back like a Russian leg sweep. He had that $1 Million Dream locked in. And now he's setting up Steamboat again. He has it locked in, the $1 Million Dream. Steamboat can't escape. DiBiase submits Steamboat. Steamboat had nowhere to go. And DiBiase wins a third and final fall. And fans, your winner and new Intercontinental Champion, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And don't ask me how this match is going to end. I mean, how can this match's decision be final with all the interference, even more so than the last contest last month? I do not want to be President Jack Tunney if Ricky Steamboat decides to get a team of lawyers to go after him. But as it stands right now, we are leaving Philadelphia with Ted DiBiase as the new Intercontinental Champion. Fans, this was a live check-in from Philadelphia. We will be back with our AWA World Title main event after this quick timeout. And welcome back to Gotmark76. The following contest is for the AWA World Heavyweight Title. It will be contested in a 2 out of 3 falls, anything goes match. If Jerry the King Lawler loses, he must leave the AWA. And there he is making his way to the ring, Jerry the King Lawler, the challenger. He had his opportunity at Larry Zbyszko, and wait a second, there's a Zbyszko right there. And Zbyszko has a steel chair in hand. And it was Lawler's idea for anything goes. He felt that would give both him and Zbyszko a fair opportunity. And Zbyszko in the ring swings at Lawler with the chair, but Lawler gets a chair and gets it out of the hands of Zbyszko. The referee is called for the bell, and away we go. Snapmare takeover by Lawler. And Lawler wanted a 2 out of 3 falls, anything goes match, thinking it served both men fair. If both men have been known to bend the rules, let's be honest. and Lawler felt that it would be fair for both, as opposed to climbing out of a cage, which Jerry Lawler had trouble with back at Super Clash. And now Lawler choking Zbyszko. Anything goes, no disqualification, no count out. Weapons can be used. There is a chair in the ring. And a face plant, and down goes Zbyszko. And Lawler, and a reversal by Zbyszko takes Lawler up and over. But Lawler greets Zbyszko. And back and forth action here as Zbyszko tries to escape. Lawler not going after Zbyszko, giving him courtesy, but I spoke too soon. Snapping Zbyszko's neck against the top rope. And now both men on the outside, you'll notice the referee again is not counting. This is 2 out of 3 falls, anything goes. Lawler staying on top of Zbyszko. And now ramming Zbyszko headfirst into the ring. And a takeover and a headlock on the outside floor. And Lawler in control over Larry Zbyszko. And now has Zbyszko. And throws him into the ring. And an elbow to the top of the head of the living legend. Now Lawler back into the ring, going to work on Zbyszko. And an arm drag takeover by Zbyszko and a chop. And Zbyszko fighting back, a big right hand, a forearm to the back, and a shoulder block takes Lawler down. Zbyszko trying to go for the pinfall early. Referee counts 1 in the count of 1, and a kick out by Lawler. And now Zbyszko with an abdominal stretch on Lawler. And Lawler able to get out with a hip toss. And I think he may have caught Zbyszko's back on that chair. I'm not sure. Zbyszko picks up the chair and goes to hit Lawler, but misses. And Lawler with a belly-to-back suplex. Up and over goes Zbyszko. Lawler with a backbreaker on Zbyszko, and down goes the legend. Lawler, if he loses this match, must leave the AWA. Oh, and a big right hand by Lawler. And Zbyszko has been busted open. Lawler goes for the cover 1 and a kick out at 1 by Zbyszko. And Lawler can't believe it. But Zbyszko busted open. And a reversal into the corner. Oh, and elbow by Lawler stuns Zbyszko. And now Lawler with another belly-to-back suplex. Up and over goes the living legend and out to the floor. A wise maneuver on the part of the AWA champion. And now Zbyszko missed with a chop block. And Lawler with a knee sends Zbyszko to the floor, the outside floor. Rolls him back into the ring. And Lawler stomping away on Zbyszko. Lawler begging Zbyszko to come on. Scoop slam on the chair. Lawler goes for the cover. Referee counts 1. And a kick out at 1 by Zbyszko. And Lawler staying on top of Zbyszko with a knee to the back. And now stomping away. They had the match at Super Clash in the beginning portion of Major Event May, available on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. It was a steel cage match, and Lawler admittedly had an issue climbing out of the cage. He has put his career in the AWA on the line versus Zbyszko's AWA World Title, as Zbyszko swoops the leg and takes down Lawler. Zbyszko now back in control. Has Lawler up for a suplex up and over. And I think Lawler caught that chair too. Zbyszko goes for the cover 1 and a kick out at 1 by Lawler. And now Zbyszko has Lawler up. And a brain buster on the chair. Zbyszko may be getting the first fall. gets out. Lawler escapes and Zbyszko can't believe it. He nailed Lawler with a brainbuster on the chair. And now Zbyszko, what's he doing? Has the chair, puts Zbyszko's neck between the chair and stomps away. And Lawler holding his throat. That may be it. Zbyszko, though, not going for the cover. Instead, trying to whack Lawler with a chair. Who gets the chair out of Zbyszko's hands? And Zbyszko with a big right hand has the chair. Oh, and nails Lawler with a chair in the face and now across the chest. And now, in the stomach and across the back. Lawler in trouble as Zbyszko goes wild with the chair. Zbyszko has Lawler in an inside cradle after bashing his brains in with a chair. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Lawler escapes. And Lawler now. Butterfly suplex up and over goes Zbyszko. Goes for the cover. Referee counts 1 with a kick out. And Zbyszko kicked out with a lot of energy, and that may have hurt him in the long run. Zbyszko staying on top and now choking the living legend. And a fist drop by the Lawler. And the King rallying behind the fans who have risen to their feet. And now a headlock by Lawler, slowing down the momentum of this contest, which has already seen multiple chair shots, and Larry Zbyszko getting busted open. Ironically, not by the chair, but by a big right hand by Jerry the King Lawler. And now Lawler rakes the eyes of Zbyszko. And Lawler stomping away on the back. Lawler in control. And slams Zbyszko down to the mat. And Zbyszko shoving Lawler away, and a big clothesline takes Lawler down. Zbyszko has a Boston Crab locked in on Lawler. Lawler's tied up in the ropes, but again, no disqualification, so Zbyszko doesn't have to break the hold. And Lawler somehow gets out, using his lower body strength to take Zbyszko out of the maneuver. And now Lawler back in control, working the arm, stomping away. And wisely again, Zbyszko rolls out of the ring. And Zbyszko, what's he doing now? Has another weapon, a sledgehammer. And nails Lawler in the midsection and now across the back. And Zbyszko, Lawler gets the sledgehammer out of Zbyszko's hands. And these two men going at it on the outside floor. And a Russian leg sweep. Fans, we don't have mats around the ring. That was 245 pounds with a thud on the hardwood floor. And now a neck breaker on that same floor. And Zbyszko in complete control. Picks up Lawler. And goes for a kick. But an arm drag hip toss. Yes, a combination arm drag hip toss by Lawler. And a punch to the midsection. And now Lawler going to work on Zbyszko. Zbyszko reeling. Lawler has Zbyszko. Throws him back into the ring. And a parting shot elbow on the top of the head. Lawler in control. Picks up Zbyszko. But Zbyszko fights back. Lawler fights back. And a big right hand takes Lawler down. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Lawler. And we are almost 15 minutes into this contest. And there's not one pinfall yet as Lawler with a big series of lefts and rights takes down Zbyszko. Stomping away. Lawler now has Zbyszko locked in a camel clutch. Will Zbyszko tap? Lawler really sinking it in, putting all of his weight on the lower portion of Zbyszko's back, but Zbyszko able to get Lawler off. And Zbyszko goes back to his weapon, that steel chair. Oh, and nails Lawler from behind. He hit him, crushed him in the back of the skull. Zbyszko 1, 2, 3. And Zbyszko wins the first fall. It's 1-0 in favor of the champion, and a shoulder block takes Lawler down. And now Zbyszko goes back to the chair. He's nailing Lawler with the chair. And Zbyszko has the advantage. 1 fall to 0 in this anything goes 2 out of 3 falls match. And Zbyszko not giving up that chair. He's using that chair with everything he has. He wants to hold on to that AWA World Title and force Lawler to leave the AWA. And Zbyszko now, he's just swinging that chair wildly. Zbyszko's lost it. Oh, and another chair shot square to the forehead. And Zbyszko's going to retain. He goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. A kick out by Lawler. Zbyszko staying on top and a neck breaker on Lawler. And that has to be it. Zbyszko goes for the cover. 1, 2, and again a kick out by Lawler. And Zbyszko's beside himself. He can't believe it. Wisely, Zbyszko stays on top with a series of punches, but Lawler reverses it. Lawler now trying to fight back. Throws Zbyszko into the turnbuckle. Lawler turns over Zbyszko. Slams him down to the mat, climbing that second turnbuckle. Here comes a fist from the second turnbuckle and nails Zbyszko. And Zbyszko, the referee stopped. Wait a second, Lawler tied the match. Zbyszko was knocked out. Oh yeah, look at that blood. The referee stopped the match. So Lawler tied the contest. Lawler tied the match there by knocking out Zbyszko, but Zbyszko in control. And a reversal, Zbyszko into the chair. Lawler choking Zbyszko, who's bleeding profusely on the forehead. That is a little bit controversial if you ask me, as Lawler quote-unquote knocked down Zbyszko, and this match is tied and Zbyszko is a bloody mess. That blood on his forehead has now spilled onto his chest, and Zbyszko a bloody mess, but still in this contest, reversal, and is met by an elbow by Lawler. Oh, but takes Lawler down with a clothesline. Oh, and now a knee by Zbyszko, and now Lawler's busted open. And Zbyszko was going to go for another brainbuster, but Lawler reversed it. And now Zbyszko throws Lawler into the ropes. And a drop toe hold. The next pinfall or submission will determine the AWA World Champion and if Jerry Lawler stays in the AWA or not. As Zbyszko going to work on the king, a big right hand. And Lawler goes down. Zbyszko goes for the cover. This could be in 1, 2, and now a kick out by Lawler. Zbyszko can't believe it. Oh, and Zbyszko stomping the side of the head of Lawler, but Lawler fighting back. But a shoulder block by Zbyszko takes Lawler down. These two men going at it. Zbyszko's going to retain. 1, 2, and a kick out again by Lawler. Zbyszko can't believe it. Goes for the cover again. This has to be it. 1, 2, and a kick out by Lawler that time with a little bit more energy and emphasis as Lawler set up, and here comes that neck breaker again. Zbyszko takes down Lawler. And Zbyszko climbing the second turnbuckle, not very Zbyszko-like, and he misses with a knee, and that gives Lawler a chance to recover. Lawler ramming Zbyszko headfirst into the top turnbuckle, throws Zbyszko across the ring. Lawler going to work. Throws Zbyszko down. Here comes Lawler again. Second turnbuckle fist drop. He aims and he misses, or he hits it. He hits it. And Lawler picks up Zbyszko. Could this be the beginning of the end? A big left, and a big right takes Zbyszko down, and Lawler wins. Zbyszko's knocked out. The referee's called for the bell, and Jerry the King Lawler has regained the AWA World Heavyweight Title here at Super Sunday. And both times, Lawler has won with a knockout. And here are some highlights from earlier in the contest, but both times, Lawler knocked out Zbyszko. And we have a new AWA World Heavyweight Champion in Jerry the King Lawler. Fans, we thank you for tuning in to Gotmark76 this week. History is made. Ted DiBiase, the new Intercontinental Champion. Jerry Lawler, the new AWA World Champion. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.